Kidding the news! Kidding the news!
What's the news across the station? We make fun of information. You wait, we hope below news. We just love to give you the news.
Now. Hey, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all ages, it's time once again for the Kidders. This is our 50th show. I don't know if everybody caught that, but L, that's a Roman numeral for 50. And I know one guy who did catch that. That is the Aristotle of comedy, my partner on the Kidders. Please welcome Tim Slagle from Indiana.
Happy golden show there, Dale. It's kind of like being in a nursing home, isn't it? 1 year later, and we're down to you and I.
Where's the pudding? This is our St. Patrick's Eve Day show. There's something wrong with the light here. I am wearing green, and I don't know why it's coming up a different color, but I'm all in favor of St. Patrick's Day coming up. So
yeah, it's St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. It's March Madness in Chicago means the bar owners get angry when they have to hose the sidewalk again.
Yeah, this will be a full drinking weekend with March Madness starting and St. Patrick's Day, and then the first day of spring next Friday. So start your holiday drinking now. And while we're talking about partying, that leads us to our first story in New York City. Folks have been saying that since New York loosened their marijuana laws late last year, where you can only be fined for 25 grams, not arrested, that they're smelling hooch all over the city. Every place they turn, it's like being at a Doobie Brothers concert.
Yeah. In fact, I understand that the smell of marijuana is so thick, some residents are complaining that they can no longer smell the garbage.
It's replaced in the lovely scent of urine, which normally is on the streets. And they're saying too in here that most of the pot is now coming from the United States in Washington State, as opposed to Mexico or Jamaica. So be American, smoke American. That's good.
Yeah. Finally, NAFTA goes the other way, huh?
Oh, and they also said that they were noticing this smoke at Carl Schurz Park, which is near Gracie Mansion. And, of course, Gracie Mansion, that's where George Burns lived. All right. Okay, here we go, right near you in Muncie, Indiana. Well, not near you, but certainly within driving distance. At a Walmart in Muncie, they noticed a strange backpack in the men's room, which I would imagine probably a common occurrence. And anyhow, they found inside the backpack a working meth lab.
Yeah, police took the dangerous chemicals out of the backpack and put them back on the shelves. Have you ever noticed that these meth labs always show up in Walmarts? I think they should change their name to Meth and More.
Yeah, but it fits in a backpack. Is this like, is it something available in the kids section? My first meth lab? And it was in a Breaking Bad backpack. That's what gave it away, too. That and the 87-year-old greeter at the front door going, "Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, take a card. Come on in, everybody. Come on in."
Well, you know though. Yeah. Though, usually the #1 sign of a meth user is bad dental work. So it's I guess Walmarts are the easiest place to hide. That and carnivals.
Okay.
Or maybe England. I don't know. How many other bad dental stereotypes can I fit into one Kidder cast, huh?
And if you're English and you live in the Appalachians and you do meth, we're sorry. All right, here we go. Over in Iraq, over there, where we've been fighting a war for the last 50 years, is we've pulled out of there, so it's just the Iraqis now fighting ISIS, And apparently they don't all want to fight to the point where they've caught several of them, 20 of them actually, dressing as women so they wouldn't get subscripted into the army.
The funniest part about this to me is none of them shaved. I guess that makes the outfit more convincing.
Oh yeah. You start taking off facial hair, people go, hey, take a look at her. That's not right.
But you know, we make fun, Dale, but we don't realize what a serious situation this is. I understand that if you actually get killed while you're wearing a burqa, you don't get the 72 virgins. You become one.
and in Iraq, of course, there is no don't ask, don't tell policy, so you can walk around doing that. But yeah, that's you know, a lot of us in the 70s thought about doing that when we were going to go to Vietnam. But all right, here's one more story. This one from Ralusabad, India. I've never been to Ralusabad, but I kind of like the music. And over there was a wedding going on between Lovely Singh, that's her name, and her husband-to-be, Ram Baran. When for some reason they're standing at the altar, and they're just about to say, I do, and for some reason she asked him, by the way, how much is 15 and 6? So it was like a pop quiz. And he said 17, and she said, you're wrong, I left the wedding.
This is just amazing to me. She found the only guy in India who sucked at math.
I could not count any higher. I took my shoes off already.
Yeah, and then she thought to herself, wait, you told me you're worth 31 million. Oh, wait a minute.
And is this the first time in this relationship it ever came up? You know, I mean, you know, did they never go to dinner and he watched as he tried to figure out what the tip was going to be? It was until the altar that it came up, you know.
Well, she finally realized why he kept balking every time she wanted to add 6 more wedding guests.
I don't know how many that is. Go ahead. Have as many as... So they had to give back all the presents, and everybody's embarrassed, and he's been sent to remedial math.
Yeah, they had to give back all 17.
But yeah, the only guy in India that is not working with computers. So good for him. Well, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Big day in Chicago. Big day in a lot of places. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Well, you know, everybody gets drunk, and to me that just seems like a trite stereotype to do that on St. Patrick's Day. Myself, I'm going to do something a little more traditionally Irish, like banning condoms or car bombing.
All right, well, that's a big hand of applause. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going into an Irish bar, and I'm going to demand that they put Downton Abbey on the TV. So that should raise a little bit of a ruckus right there. So, but if you are Irish, or even if you're not, you know, or if you're Irish like Shaquille O'Neal, have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Tim, any final words for the folks before we sign off?
Nah. That's it. I'm done.
And of course, they all love that. So on behalf of Tim Slagle and myself, we have been the Kidders. Please tell your friends, folks. And hello to our viewer. I noticed our viewer is here. Good to have you.
We open up news. We just love to give you the news.
Down, down, down.